At the end of 2025, most people felt tired. Not just physically but mentally, financially, and emotionally. Promises were broken, plans failed, savings shrank. Bodies seemed to age faster than expected. Freedom felt like a luxury, not a right. But 2026 didn't just arrive as another year. For some, it became the comeback year. This is the story of how an ordinary person, much like you, made the greatest comeback in money, health, and freedom. Not through luck, but through decisions. On January 1st, 2026, he woke up before sunrise. He wasn't motivated, just restless. His bank balance barely covered a month. His body felt stiff just climbing out of bed. His phone buzzed with messages he didn't want to read. Somewhere along the way, life had become reactive. Bills dictated choices, energy dictated dreams, fear dictated silence. That morning, he didn't make a resolution. He made a commitment. I will not waste another year just surviving. I will rebuild slowly, honestly, completely. That single sentence changed everything. Let's start with the money comeback. His old mistake was chasing fast money. In 2026, he chose boring discipline instead of excitement. He started with 3 rules. Track every single dollar for 30 days. Cut ego expenses but not joy expenses, and build skills before chasing income. Instead of asking, how can I get rich? He asked, how can I become valuable? He spent his evenings learning one practical skill, something that solved real problems for people. No shortcuts, no fake gurus, just pure consistency. The first month brought nothing. The second brought clarity. By the third month, a small income appeared. It wasn't life-changing, but it was confidence-changing. By the end of the year, his debt stopped growing, savings returned, and his income became predictable. Money didn't fix everything, but it removed the constant fear. And that changed how he walked, spoke, and planned. Next, the health comeback. The biggest lie he believed was, I'll focus on health when life slows down. But life never slows down. So he simplified. No extreme diets, no punishing workouts. Just a few non-negotiables. Walk every single day, lift weights 3 times a week, get to sleep before midnight, and drink water like it mattered, because it did. At first, it felt pointless. The scale barely moved. The mirror didn't change. But something else did. His energy. Mornings became clearer. His mood stabilized. His focus returned. By the middle of 2026, his posture improved. The brain fog disappeared, and he felt younger than he had in years. Health didn't just add years to his life. It added power to his decisions. Finally, the freedom comeback. Freedom isn't about quitting everything. It's about reducing dependence. In 2026, he stopped trying to please everyone. He learned to say no without needing to give long explanations. He stopped arguing with people who loved chaos. He limited his exposure to news, noise, and negativity. Instead, he built a small life that actually worked for him. A routine that protected his mornings. An income that wasn't tied to panic. A body that could carry him forward. He learned that freedom doesn't arrive suddenly. It accumulates, one boundary at a time, one honest choice at a time. The real breakthrough wasn't the money. It wasn't the fitness, it was his identity. He stopped seeing himself as someone who was behind in life. He started seeing himself as someone in progress. That shift changed everything. When setbacks came, and they did, he didn't quit. Because 2026 wasn't about perfection. It was about momentum. The greatest comeback doesn't look dramatic day to day. It looks boring, quiet, unimpressive. Until one day, people ask you, what happened to you? And you just smile, because you remember the mornings no one saw, the habits no one praised, and the discipline that saved you. If you want 2026 to be your year, remember this. Fix your money with skills and patience. Fix your health with consistency, not extremes. And fix your freedom by choosing peace over approval. You don't need motivation. You need a direction and the courage to start when no one is watching. 2026 is not waiting to save you. But it will reward you if you decide today that this is the year you come back stronger, healthier, and finally free. Thanks for watching. If this helped, consider subscribing for more.